Ronaldo is holding the dressing room together at Man United. Beleaguered Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has the support of his highest-profile player in Cristiano Ronaldo, with the Portuguese superstar encouraging his teammates to get behind the Norwegian. According to the Manchester Evening News, Ronaldo is holding the dressing room together at Old Trafford as the club continues to reel from their chastening 5-0 home thrashing by arch-rivals Liverpool on Sunday. The report adds that Ronaldo is urging players to knock down tools and to maintain standards, despite some being irked by Solskjaer's tactics and personnel choices. The Red Devils are in turmoil at present, having conceded 9 goals in their last 2 Premier League matches. A 4-2 defeat at Leicester City preceded the humiliation at the hands of Liverpool. Ronaldo knows Solskjaer well, having played alongside him during his first spell at the club before being bought by the under-fire manager over the summer in a £19.7 million deal from Juventus. Despite Ronaldo's rallying cry, pressure is mounting on Solskjaer as the club failed to meet expectations under his watch. The Times reports that a clear-the-air meeting between players and management occurred just 2 days after losing at Leicester, with players not holding back on their opinions. One aspect that had irked a member of the squad was the elevation of Maguire to captain just 6 months after joining the club. The England centre-back was signed in an £80 million deal from Leicester in August 2019, but by January 2020 he was handed the armband on a permanent basis. The 28-year-old was picked ahead of the likes of David De Gea and Marcus Rashford, who were longer-serving members of Old Trafford and had both been skipper at times during that 2019-20 season. The Maguire captaincy situation wasn't the only issue discussed during the meeting, with another player criticizing some of his teammates for an apparent lack of motivation in training. Solskjaer's tactics and favoritism were also lambasted, as another member of the squad asked him why he is so against changing a losing team, especially when others are performing well in training. As reported by Sportsmail, despite the mounting pressure, Solskjaer is set for a stay of execution as manager, but is still fearing for his long-term future at the club. Solskjaer took training at Carrington on Tuesday for the first time since United's 5-0 thrashing by Liverpool, a display labelled embarrassing by senior players. The Norwegian is preparing the team for Saturday's trip to Tottenham amid a backdrop of intense scrutiny and some members of his squad questioning whether the slide can be halted under his management. Sportsmail understands that United, who gave Solskjaer a new 3-year contract over the summer, were planning to review the 48-year-old's position in December. The galling surrender at Old Trafford last weekend has, however, accelerated that process. Board-level talks between co-chairman Joel Glazer, Ed Woodward and managing director Richard Arnold took place on Monday. United had not been prepared for such a dire run of results, with Solskjaer's side losing 5 of their last 9 games. The board has so far resisted the calls for change, with the manager expected to remain in charge at Spurs. Sir Alex Ferguson and former chairman Martin Edwards visited Carrington on Tuesday afternoon, with United insisting the pair were attending a pre-planned commitment. Ferguson has been a champion of his former striker, and there has always been reticence to change at the top when United have fallen on troubling spells of form in previous campaigns. Yet Solskjaer now faces 3 huge games, first Tottenham, next a Champions League clash at Atalanta, and then the derby against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, that look likely to determine his prospects. Solskjaer is currently in the middle of a rare full week on the training ground in an attempt to arrest the slump in form. Some players have privately raised concern over the tempo of sessions and believe they are being consistently outsmarted tactically by opponents. The Glazers, based in Florida, have been watching developments with interest, but senior United sources were adamant last night that no approaches for potential successors had been made after Antonio Conte, the former